2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And those are the starting lineups. Lots of interesting matchups tonight. Stick around. We'll be right back with more.
I'ma need you to back up. I'ma need you to back up. Yep. I'ma need you to back up. Spilling the tea, stirring the cup. I'ma need you to back up. I'ma need you to back up. Yep. I'm in the seven.
And we've been waiting for this day for a long time. It's opening day in the NBA. Thanks, everyone, for joining us here in the start of a new season. In this game, we'll see the Atlanta Hawks going up against the Orlando Magic. Kevin Harlan here, joined by our analyst, Greg Anthony, and Hall of Famer Doris Burke. Plus, reporting from the sidelines, another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. Here's what the Hawks have lined up on their schedule. On Monday, they'll be facing Drew Holiday and the New Orleans Pelicans. And then on Wednesday, they'll defend home court against the Orlando Magic. A look at the starting group for the Magic. At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Fultz is out there with Evan Fournier, and it's Isaac in at the 3 spot. And for Atlanta, Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. Young and Huerter make up the back, and it's Len in at center. And it's going to be the Magic off the tip. Now, here's Fultz. D right on him. They get a hand on it. Here's Vucevic. The basket good off the assist from Fultz. Vucevic has got the first 3 points of the night up on the board for the Magic. 7 feet, 260 pounds. Vucevic has a big, strong body with great footwork inside Doris, but he doesn't shoot a lot of free throws.
He doesn't, Kevin, and he can struggle at times to finish through contact. If he were a better leaper, I think he'd get to the line more. This guy is just so smart and elusive with his footwork. So this is a big-time player now, make no mistake.
Here's Fournier following the basket by Trae Young. And they pick up 2.
Yes, sir. Well, Fournier pulling out the floater in that instance, the perfect opportunity to display that aspect of his game.
Huerter passes to Young. 1:57 left in the first quarter. It doesn't go for him. And Orlando the other way now.
And they were unbeaten against this club last season. Not surprising considering where they both finished in the standings.
Well, they're more talented, more accomplished at this point, but you can't rely on that and start taking plays off. You could get surprised.
Here's Len following the bucket by Orlando. Young drives in, and he uses the glass on the layup. Young's got his second bucket of the game to go. Doris teams sometimes struggle right out of the blocks. When do they generally hit, in your opinion, the panic button?
Well, let's hope the panic button doesn't get hit for anybody, Kevin. But the one thing that would concern any team, obviously, is injury to a star, either an established star or a rookie they're trying to get good minutes for. But, boy, if you're hitting the panic button this early, look out. But
the one thing is, Doris, you can really kind of rectify the situation because of the length of the regular season.
No doubt, Kevin. An NBA year affords plenty of opportunities to find your footing.
And so the ball out of bounds. Fournier last touched it. And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Damian Jones is checked in for Len. Jabari Parker comes in for John Collins. Turner's checked in for Hunter. And it's Reddish in for Kevin Huerter. So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Bamba is checked in for Vucevic. Aminu comes in for Aaron Gordon. Ross is checked in for Jonathan Isaac. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Fultz.
Pretty obvious Young believes in his ability. A fearless shooter who also does a good job at orchestrating the offense.
And the last 2 drafts, the Atlanta Hawks aggressively making trades to assemble this roster.
And drafting DeAndre Hunter and Cam Reddish, great length and versatility on the wings. You pair that with Trae Young and John Collins, and that's an exciting young core for the Hawks.
7-footers typically challenged as far as mobility. But Doris, you look at Mo Bamba. he appears to be very fluid.
Well, he's listed at 7 feet. He's actually 7'1" in shoes. And despite that height, Kevin, as you mentioned, Mo Bamba is a very fluid athlete. He's got exceptional feet, tremendous upside for Bamba. Boy, guys, when you consider Orlando and 6 straight years in the lottery, the talent they had accumulated, their last draft obviously breaking the streak.
Now here's Turner. Just 5 on the clock. And here's Young from the arc. Sinks the triple. Young's got 9.
And the touch Young has from beyond the arc, he is almost unguardable from there.
Augustine looking around. Over Parker. Trae Young, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for Atlanta. He finishes with 9 points. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And for the Hawks, guys, what stands out to you stats-wise?
Attacking, drawing fouls. They won that first quarter at the line.
They have done a tremendous job of drawing contact and putting officials in a place where they simply have to make the call.
And so it's Turner with it. He brings it up for the Hawks. Following this one, they get to host the Pelicans. They'll find themselves in the middle of this string of 3 straight at home. And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So on the floor for Orlando, Al-Farouq Aminu is out there with Terrence Ross. Then it's Michael Carter-Williams. Then it's Bamba. And it's Augustine in at the 1 spot.
Well, you think about the solid first year Steve Clifford had coaching the Orlando Magic. This team had a solid season with a great leap on the defensive end of the floor. Clifford once again showing he is a great defensive mind in the NBA coaching ranks.
Here's Turner. Orlando grabs the miss. Ross on the wing. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Here's Aminu. And Jones sends it back. Out to the wing. Here's Crabbe. And the shot is long. And with Clifford and the defense, he's excelled in that area his whole career.
Well, think back at both stops in Charlotte and Orlando. His teams have been really solid on the defensive end of the floor. They limit turnovers and second chance points, get back in transition, build the wall. It's becoming his calling card as a coach, guys.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
Boy, in a tight game like this, that can change the whole tone. It helps your opponents get into a little bit of a rhythm.
And it'll be Orlando with their first time out of the game right here.
For viewers, timeout's a chance to check your phone, grab a drink, but for the teams, it's all about business.
Well, there's something that the coach doesn't like. I'm curious to see which kind of adjustment he makes here.
And the Hawks with a completely new group on the floor.
What a polished offensive game. Fournier cashing in from the mid-range.
Herder passes to Collins. Now Hunter beyond the arc. Rebounded by Vucevic. .51 seconds left to play here in the half. Pass to Isaac. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Thus far in his young career, Jonathan Isaac's strength, I think, dwarfs his defense.
That has everything to do, Kevin, with his blend of length and mobility. This guy can be extremely disruptive on that end of the floor, and Jonathan Isaac will grow offensively as well.
And the Hawks making a change here. Young's checked in. That misses, so he splits the free throws.
Guys, how about the Magic making the playoffs last year for the first time in 7 years? And think about how much qualifying did for their confidence moving forward.
Here's Herder. softly drops in the floater. Herder's got his first bucket in this one.
Well, the touch and the focus. What a pretty move in the lane.
Now here's Fultz, defended by Young. Passes it to Vucevic. The basket good off the assist from Fultz. Vucevic has got 5 points so far.
Yes, just focusing on the task at hand. That's all you can do.
Boy, the tide is running one way and then shifts back in the other direction. I've lost count of how many lead changes we've had here tonight.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. It's the Magic. They're up by 1. Thanks, David, and we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Ken. It was a closely contested first quarter for Orlando. Some good moments from both teams, but as the first period wrapped up, they trailed. And that wraps up the halftime show, third quarters.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Without question, Trae Young displaying his skills today.
Man, how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
Herder the 2 with Hunter at the 3. Collins at power forward with Len at center. And it's Young in at the point guard. That's the group starting the second half for Lloyd Pierce. Back to Isaac. Over Young. That one rolling around and rims out. And here's Young. He'll bring it up for the Hawks. It's a 1-point game. The sixth pick back in 2017. 6'10" Jonathan Isaac out of Florida State. Greg, what have you seen from him?
Came in somewhat raw. Potential as a rangy defender. Offensively, though, still a ways to go.
Shoots from 14, and Fultz gets it to go. Fultz has got his second basket of the night.
Well, this is what's evolving over time, right? Markelle Fultz running the pick and roll, such a precise play.
Young from outside, rebounded by Vucevic. Young's gotten 3 of his 8 shots to go, around 37%. .131 left to play in the third. Here's Vucevic, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That's on DeAndre Hunter.
This guy's so polished inside. Nikola Vucevic, great at being assertive and earning these fouls.
Well, they say the post-up big man is dead and gone in the NBA, but don't tell that to Nikola Vucevic. An offensive focal point, and he does some of his best work on that low block.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hawks. Damian Jones is checked in for Alex Len. Jabari Parker comes in for John Collins. Andre Bembry's checked in for Hunter. And it's Reddish in for Kevin Herder. Now, here's Reddish. He's tightly guarded. Solid shot from the distance of about 14 feet. And you look at the footwork of Vucevic inside, his moves and counter moves. Terrific.
Shades of Kevin McHale. And that's something he's continued to develop in the pros. A response to defenders who often surpass him athletically. All right, a chance to check out stats for DJ Augustine. How he performed last season. 12th in three-point field goal percentage. And he'd make you pay every time he went to the line. Top 20 in free throw percentage.
And who could defend him last season out there? Defenders tried to body him up, play a little physical. But time and time again, he drilled the 3 anyway. Len's checked in for Atlanta. Turner comes in for Young, then for the Magic. Aminu comes in for Vucevic, and Michael Carter-Williams subbed in for Fultz. And both free throws good for Ross.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
To the inside, Reddish. That ball, high speed that time from Turner. Reddish has got 4 points in the quarter. We'll see if they want to trade 2 for 1 here.
Got to time up that clock to do so.
Ross on the wing. Lets it go from 11. Rebounded by the Hawks. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Here's Reddish. Drops in the layup for 2. Reddish has got 8 points.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Turner against Augustine. From deep three-point range, and the last shot before the buzzer is off. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Hawks lead by 1. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the fourth quarter. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
And, Greg, nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. Fourth quarter on the floor for the Magic. Augustine and Fournier are the backcourt tandem. Bamba is out there with Aminu, and it's Ross in at the 3, the small forward.
And Kev, you see the agility of Alex Len in good position for the spot.
Here's Fournier. Goes back up. Len grabs the board. The Hawks leading. Turner looking around. Pass to Crabbe. Here's Reddish. Feeds to Parker. Bamba with the block. And they're able to recover. And here's Aminu. He brings it up for Orlando. Here's Ross. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And Atlanta will go the other way with it. Here's Turner. Count it. And he'll have a chance for a 3-point play. TJ Augustine picks one up.
There's a certain resiliency to this team, and you're starting to see it.
No doubt, Greg. Keeping it very close. They're going to have to step up even more to get over the hump here.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hawks. Collins checked in for Parker. Hunter comes in for Reddish. And Kevin Huerter subbed in for Alan Cram. And the pass to Vucevic. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. And the Hawks making a change here. Young's checked in. The Hawks leading by 4. There's a minute 40 left in the fourth quarter of this one. From outside the arc, hits the 3-point bomb. And the Hawks lead by 7.
And no doubt about it, in order for them to be successful, he has got to be a catalyst when it comes to scoring.
And there's the feed to Vucevic. Inside, kicks it out to Gordon. Lets the 3 fly. Out of bounds, Atlanta will take possession. The Hawks have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Pass to Huerter. Young outside. He's now made half of those 10 shots in the game. That's his 5th basket.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Well, just terrific teamwork, GA. Each guy doing his part. You love what you're seeing from them tonight.
Now a timeout called by Orlando. They're trailing by 9. There's 47 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Trae Young.
He's accounted for the bulk of their scoring, and that's really nothing new. No team likes to rely too heavily on one player. But when you got a guy with this amount of talent, you've got to lean on him like they have.
The lift he got from this home crowd has been obvious. There's nothing fans love more than getting a big game out of someone other than one of their stars. So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Vucevic checked in for Kem Birch. Gordon comes in for Al-Farouq Aminu. Fournier's checked in for Frazier. And it's Fultz in for Michael Carter-Williams. And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there.
A disappointing trip to the line there. Even though it was just one miss, now is not the time to be missing those.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
What an impressive performance, to say the least. At this point, it looks insurmountable.
To the paint, here's Vucevic, rejected by Len, and he's able to get it back. They got him on the arm, but it still can. Vucevic.
Well, Nikola Vucevic is a capable back-to-the-basket scorer, and he plays with tremendous confidence, guys.
The clock now can just run out for the Hawks. Young against Carter-Williams. Now, here is Young. Tight defense on him. And so the Hawks take the win. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but a win nonetheless.
Yeah, but I really got a sense that the fans gave them that emotional boost that was needed down the stretch. This crowd, man, they were electric.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Jabari, looks like you're getting back in stride.